Hello, Thomas. How are you, sir?
Hey Nigel, I'm doing fucking great, man. How are
Good
you
stuff.
doing?
I'm very well. I'm very well. You have my last name, so I remember your name all the
Yeah,
time.
I saw it. It was like Nigel Thomas. I was like, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah,
match. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It is actually. It's all good. So I can't recognize your accent.
It's from the UK. I was born in Liverpool, so it's like a bit of Scouse. But then I grew up in Devon, so I've got like a very thick Devonshire accent as well. So it's like a
It doesn't
Scouse
sound like
Devon.
it sounds abroad. It sounds like you're from abroad.
I'm
Do
foreign.
you know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
Greek.
yeah, yeah. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. So yeah. So how are you anyway? You good? All good?
Good, very good, man. Yeah, I saw Rockhouse appear in the chat, like seeing the recent activity on the profile. Can we have you in for an
Mhm.
interview? I was like, this is fucking incredible, and it actually reminded me to use the real world more because I've not been posting wins, I've not been in the marketplace, so it's kind of
Ah,
like it's like reignited that side of it, and now it's like, fuck, this is great. It's an extra little
good
bit of
stuff.
fun as well as the business.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good
How
stuff.
about you,
So
man? You good? You're in Dubai.
I'm always good. I'm always good. I can't. Dubai's cool. Dubai's Dubai at the moment.
Dubai's,
Obviously we know what's going on with everything, but
yeah.
like what they say is like 100% super safe. And the good thing about the whole Dubai infrastructure government royal family, should I say, because they haven't got a government, they've got a royal family. They're
Mhm.
there for the people. Do you know what I mean? There's like less than 10% or 10% um, Iraqi, not Iraqis, UAE people here that actually live here, and the rest are like expats and from all
Wow.
over the world.
Okay.
And I just
But
don't know another country. I mean, that looks after their people and are there for the people as
in the
much as
right way.
Dubai.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
generally don't. I generally don't. Everything they're doing is for the people, and okay, cool, they're doing it for themselves as well, because obviously their infrastructure, their business, what they've built over the last 20, 30, 40 years, whatever. Um, but to be so in tune with the people,
yeah.
it, it's just warming, it's just super warming.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's that's bliss to hear because a lot of people go to Dubai, I think, for the wrong reasons. When they're like, "I made my first 10 grand. I'm fucking off to Dubai. I'm going to buy an apartment." And then they like, "Shit, I've got no money. I can't afford to live here."
yeah,
But I really like that they have it the right way around. Like the UK supports its people in the wrong way.
Oh,
It's just a
100, it
far.
doesn't support its people. It has nothing. It has nothing to support people. And to be fair, you can think that because if you look at living costs and you look at what you can buy, da, 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 in some cases the buy's cheaper, and it's so much more convenient. That's 10 times more convenient.
Yeah.
Um, but then if you look at the living costs, what you get if you earn your money, when you earn your money, if you look at how much you earn and then how
Hmm.
much you pay tax, and then
Yes.
when you come over here, you look at how much you earn and how much you zero pay tax, it kind of balances itself out.
Yeah, it's ballistic.
And
Yeah, we're
it's a better quality of life. It's just such a better quality of life, and you just can't knock it.
we
Do you
want
know
to
what I mean?
move out as soon as possible. Like as soon as we hit our milestone, which I think is like
Mm,
20 grand in,
mm.
um, it's like UK. Sorry, gonna get my parents out, gonna get us out. Because yeah, I can't work Monday to Wednesday and give that money to Keir Starmer. Like that's just
Pretty
insane.
much, and that's what
Uh,
that's all you're doing for no
yeah,
reason.
no
Do you know what I
reason.
mean? All you're doing
But
for no reason. So, all right. So, tell me a little bit about yourself, then. Tell me a little bit
yeah,
about yourself. So,
um, it's it's been a really interesting introduction to the real world because there's a lot of people from different backgrounds. The majority seem to be like the late teens who are coming in as like out of college. Let's try
mm,
something, let's do e-commerce. For me, I was very much like Lord Knox from Arno's campus. I
hmm
was an established management consultant, pretty decent salary. If I was doing contracting work, it was like 65, 75 pounds an hour, like really good money, very safe.
mm,
Um, but as soon as I started off in this platform, speaking to the people here, it was like, I've got a cap, man. And I'm like, I can hit 120, 150K a year, but I'm driving an hour. to go to work. I'm sitting
mm,
down. I'm doing work for someone else for like 12, 14 hours. I come home, I have food with the missus, and then go to bed and repeat.
mm,
And then starting out, watching Arno going into the classes and realizing I could have like four clients and I earn the salary that I do, in my
100%.
career with the stress,
Mm,
40% going to the government, at least in a limited company, I can be a little bit more efficient.
mm,
The 5.5 liter outside is a business car, so that helps. Um, so yeah, it's really been taking me out of safety. That's the
mm,
biggest thing that it's done. Like I was so safe, man. Like I thought I was set for life, consultant, happy, doing works on the side, but I've hit like I've hit an almost negative probably half a dozen times since leaving because it's
mm,
exciting and you bounce back and you try something again. And now I've partnered with a guy over in the US because US people are so much easier to sell to than people in the UK. Everyone here is bitter and salty. um, and now it's so healthy, trajectory now. We've just done 8 9K last month. This prediction for April is looking like 20 30K.
yeah,
And it's the way it compounds I never thought would be possible.
yeah, yeah.
Like it really is. The first 10K is hard as fuck, and then it's like, well, now I can
Everything,
reinvest
yeah,
40.
yeah. Everything else becomes easier. Yeah. So, how long have you been in real world?
I believe a couple of years. I think I can see from my profile, right? Um, I was one of the early starters, so I've got like one of the founding memberships. So however long that
Mhm.
is, year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I can only see login streak. That's like 300 days. I can't see like total. Probably over 2 years by the look of it. Um, Yeah, and I've campus hopped a lot. I was like the worst student at the start. You can see from my profile, it was like on off, on off, on off. I was trying e-commerce, affiliate marketing, because it's all exciting, right? It's all so new and exciting. And I think the way that it's set out now, where you're like locked into one campus, I think when you start up,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
think that's going to be a lot better for people because I did waste like 4 months as a skill issue, like experimenting, seeing what feels right. And then I
But
came
is
across
it? Sorry to interrupt there, but is it a waste? Because at the end of the day, you're learning, and I
the
always say
flip,
that,
right?
yeah, nothing is really a waste. If you actually put in time in to learn something, then you're going to carry that skill throughout. Example, I studied at college university for 7 years, done graphic design. I came out of college, worked for about 4 years, 3 4 years in that industry, and then went into a sales career. Now, moving on from that sales career, I was in that sales career for quite some time, and then I've come out and I've started my own business. Now, all of that time that I spent, all of the 4 months that you spent, all the time that I spent
Mm,
studying, I'm now actually using in the businesses that I have now. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can now envisage in my head what I want something to look like. So all of these
Because of
people
that,
coming to me, yeah, all these people coming to me and saying, "Well, we can do this for you, do this for you." I already have a vision of how I want things to look. Like if I'm creating something, I already have a vision of how I want it to look, how I want it to feel, and how I want it to appeal to other people.
hmm,
Using my sales, I can sell, whether it be
yeah,
selling whatever I'm selling, whether it be um, selling myself as a personal trainer as well. I
hmm,
know what I need to achieve
yeah,
in
to convert.
from
Hmm.
that person. I can actually sell myself and say to them X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
all of these
it's
things that basically come into play. Marketing is a part of graphic design as well. You've got to learn how to kind of promote, and you've got to learn about your target audience, who you're going to appeal to, etc., etc., etc. So all of these things that you've gone through with that is actually a learning curve. Do
it
you know what I mean?
compounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say actually the business we're running right now, I use probably like 5 or 6 of the campus skills. It's e-commerce. We sell products online. It's copywriting, affiliate marketing for my own content,
Mm,
auto for just getting
there
shit
you go.
done.
There you go.
Um,
So that basically just that's basically what I just
it's a
basically
fucking
saying.
waste of time. Wait, no, it wasn't.
Exactly, 100%. So you joined which campus in the end? So you said you
I
campus hopped for 4 months, and then you stuck with.
Yeah, yeah. I stuck with business in a box.
Mhm.
It's I think it was the connection to Arno that did it. Like,
Mm.
when you just have that click, that synergy, just listening to him talk. He's a family guy. He's very chill. He's got his little one now, and it's like, yeah, that's what I'm making the money for, is that kind of
Mm.
lifestyle.
Oh,
So
100%.
so
100%.
it stuck.
100%.
And I found the group of people in there I clicked with the best as well. So
Mm.
there was actually a group of 5 of us, talked in there, moved it to like Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, and then I actually
Mm.
partnered up with one of those people who I'm now working with today. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
it's sort of the
you
perfect storm.
perfect. Yeah, yeah. So you followed the business in a box. So
Yeah.
you followed the steps, and then like when once you followed the step, because you said you was campus hopping for a bit. So once you
Mhm.
followed the steps, what kind of elevation did you have, monetary and personally?
So campus hopping, I think I made like $15. I sold like a penguin on on my e-commerce store, like a plushy penguin or some shit at Christmas. And then literally as soon as going through business in a box, I was right on it with the lessons, like waiting for the next one to
Mm.
come out. Got everything done, got the branding done. And then it was like my first sale was the garage where I take my car. Literally, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say like a month in, just spoke to him like, "Hey, man, you haven't got a website. You're not very good at getting reviews from customers. I'll build your
Mm-hmm.
website, get it set up." And he's been a customer ever since.
Awesome.
He's still paying, like 2 years later. So yeah, from there it took off. I say took off. It was like 2 grand a month, but that was
Mm-hmm.
enough for me to go, "This is possible.
I just
Let
need to
me
push
get
it.
out of let me
Yeah,
get
yeah,
out of the job." Time is my enemy.
yeah.
Um,
100%.
Yeah, well, like
Mm.
you're further up than me, and you know even more that time management is just massive. It's a massive, massive skill. I hate wasting time.
Mm.
Um, so it was like, okay, I could make 2 grand in my 4 hours in the evening. What if I take the job out and just go all in on this?
Mm.
And it's working. The more time we have on the business, the better it's
Mm.
doing. And yeah,
Awesome.
it,
Did you treat yourself to anything nice, or was it just kind of more of a okay, cool, sustainable?
so so
Um,
I'm a car guy. Not as in like.
ah, I'm a car guy as well.
So I bought
What did you
myself
buy?
old school. I don't like screens, hate screens. So I've got
Okay,
a 2016 GLS 63 AMG. I
nice,
got it. I got it remapped at the garage who I do work for. So
even better,
it's like 700 horsepower. It's ridiculous. Three and a
even
half.
better.
So
I'm
like, there's a lot of people that are saying, don't just spend the money on something. Don't buy the car. But the fact that I pay for this car, I know that every month I need to be able to afford it.
yeah,
And I feel that, if I buy myself my first apartment, it's $1 million apartment. I know in my head I need to work as hard as possible to keep that. And
correct.
it's the same. It's a reminder outside the window that if I stop, this goes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So you want to keep that because you enjoy it because you're a car guy.
Yeah, because it's fun
Um,
as fuck.
um,
But the tires are like 600 pounds each. It's
yeah,
just
bro. I mean, I haven't got a 63, but I've got an R8. But I do know that
okay. Okay.
it costs to run that car.
It was between this and
Uh,
an R8. I was going to get a V10 R8,
I've got the V10. I got the
or
V10
this.
before.
No,
It was
nice.
my kind of semi kind of dream car. It's one of the first cars because I was in sales, so I sold cars.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
in the selling car business, and it was one of the first sports stroke supercar that I ever drove, and I just instantly fell in love with it. But it was the V8 version, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I've just always loved. I've been an Audi guy for a long time anyway. So when I had the opportunity to purchase it outright, I purchased it outright. I was
Amazing.
so happy. Drove. I was in Romania at the time. Went to Germany to pick it up. Picked it back up and drove it back, and it was the most. It was just the nicest thing ever because I could drive on the autobahn.
Yeah. Just flat out.
Oh God! Well,
Flat
almost
out.
flat out. Almost. Flat. I was a
Engine.
little bit. Yeah, roof down. That's it. Yeah, yeah. Almost flat out. So it was absolutely. It was just. It was amazing. But I know now, just like yourself, that I want to keep that car.
Mhm.
Um, probably keep it. So I've got to earn the money to actually keep that. And then, you know, it's a case of running it and not thinking about it.
That's it. Yeah.
It needs
Yeah.
tires,
Yeah.
get them done. It needs a service, get it done. It needs anything else, get it done. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
And that, it's the
yeah,
same
that
feeling with like the family, right? Like, you know,
100%
family needs money, get it done. Like it's just,
get it done. Exactly.
yeah.
It's just that. So, you know, that's what makes it. So you 4 months in, you've been in the real world for sorry, how long now?
We think around 2.5 years. I can
No,
literally, I'll
yeah,
send a message to
yeah.
Rokos and I'll
4 months. So
say like,
in a year and a half, sorry. So in a year and a half that you've been in the real world, you've done consistently 2 grand consistently with
yeah, 2 grand
the business.
on my own
Yeah.
business. And then since I would say like April last year is when I partnered up with this
Mm,
business partner. Um, and we both had like 2, 3 grand pots,
mm,
combined it, realized that doing meta ads is a fucking nightmare.
mm.
It's not scalable. AI is coming up, and people, it's not going to be a sustainable business model. So we switched, took a dip, and now we're doing Google Business Profile Management, automated reviews, that kind of thing. And it's got a lot bigger future for us than meta ads. So for a while it was like no sales, but now it's like, at a 600% increase last month in customers. We've now got like 35 customers. We added another 1,600 over the weekend. It's just, yeah,
Wow, it's just going.
just
Wow.
going. Yeah,
There's no ceiling.
yeah,
There is no
yeah.
ceiling.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
awesome. That's
I
awesome.
keep hearing that. Yeah,
So total, what would you say you've earned total? Like for the 2 years that you've been in?
total. Um,
Just roughly,
right
just a rough.
now it's like 46 grand, I would say
Yeah,
total.
yeah. That's
Um,
nice. It's nice. It's steady.
which Yeah, it's steady. Like it's much less than what I want a month, but
Mm.
you have to have this gradual period, learning, getting the
Yeah,
systems in place to
yeah.
be able to scale.
And it's building that correct foundation. So then you can, once the foundation is built, then it's the other ways up. Really,
That's it.
to be fair.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and
it's all good.
it's 45 grand from the internet from a random campus with some dudes. I've never
Yeah,
met the guy I work with over in California.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but there's that trust, like because he's from the real world, you
There you
trust
go.
each other definitely.
Yeah,
Like it,
I mean, you can't really beat that, really, to be fair, because everybody has the same kind of mindset as you. They all
yeah,
want to do well. They want to do you to do well. So therefore, if you're doing well and they're doing well, everybody's going to do well. They're just going to prosper. And do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And whether you've met him, whether you haven't met him, it doesn't really make a difference. You still got the same mindset, and the mindset is
Mhm.
to just sit there and just like get on a grind and earn money.
I do it, yeah, 16 hour days. We just jump on a Google Meet and just sit in silence and just work. That's
Yeah,
that's all there is to
perfect,
it. That's all there is to it.
perfect, perfect. So, was there any difficult parts along your journey?
Yeah, yes.
Apart from obviously the lack of funds
So
here and there, but
so
was there
when
any?
you sorry, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go on.
When you leave the safety of a job, there's a lot of stigma from family. I've actually
Mm,
had a lot of falling out with family. Almost got in a couple of fights at some point. Like people don't understand.
mm,
They're like, Thomas, you're earning between like 80 and 120K a year. You're giving that up. I'm putting my woman under pressure because she has the safety job,
mm-hmm,
um, which is, I hate it. I hate it. It's cruel. My woman shouldn't work. She shouldn't work for anyone other than me.
mm-hmm,
Um, and then trying to show that to your parents, to your family, your mad auntie, that this is the right direction to just trust.
mm,
Trust me, this is going to work. I promise this is going to work. And what was really difficult is saying, I promise this month it's going to work, and then that month happens and it doesn't.
mm.
That's been the hardest thing, like just to keep going. Um, but God rewards. That's all I'm
100.
thinking. Like
Hard work and
if
people
I
want.
if I'm doing the right thing, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. Again, like I think I've been quite lucky with the support that I've had from my family because, like, half my family just leave me to do what we're going to do, but my My dad is like, pretty much, okay, cool. I trust you, son. You're gonna do your bits. And he kind of
Yep.
like silently pushes me to keep
Nice.
doing what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Do you know what I mean? And um, it just helps that I can reward him in little ways, just little ways, like small
That's it.
ways, getting him
I
a.
think I think it was bribing almost that helped. I don't know whether it was the same with your dad, but it's like I'm I'm rewarding you, and therefore this is a good thing.
Yeah, no,
uh,
no. My dad's one of those guys. He doesn't really want for anything. He just wants to see me do
mm,
well. And
no,
when I throw
brilliant.
things in there, like, okay, cool, Dad, what are you doing? Oh, I'm trying to work out this laptop. I go, Dad, let's just throw it in a bin. I'm gonna buy you a new one. And then 2 days later, it turns up. Do you know what I mean? The whole setup with a printer and everything
Yeah,
else, and blah blah. And that's, do you know what I mean? Just things like that. And then, like, obviously, he went to Jamaica the other day, and he had a couple of things to take care of, and I took care of a couple of things for him.
for it. Yeah, yeah.
He goes, "No, son, you don't need to do that." I goes, "Yeah, I know I don't." He goes,
It's the
"I
dream.
don't. I
That's the
know I
dream.
don't. Yeah, I know I don't need to do that, Dad, but I'm going to do it anyway." No,
Yeah,
son, don't do it, Dad. It's already done.
it's in your account. Yeah, shut up.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
move on. Let's move on. Do you know what I mean? From there, so it's like the whole kind of thing. And
yeah.
to be fair, it's, it just feels good to help them out.
That's it. Yeah,
It just
yeah.
just does.
I I think the reason I don't have the money and investments that should have now with what I've earned, it's all gone to parents.
Mm,
Like you said, like they need new power washers, air fryers, kettles, whatever it is.
mm.
Um, you just buy them because you absolutely love them. They've done everything for you. You know,
100%.
they never had this opportunity.
Yeah, exactly
I'm
that.
I'm literally speaking to you now in
Mm.
Dubai through a platform that's made me 42, 44 grand. Like they
Are
would
you
never
in
have this.
Dubai?
No, no, I'm speaking to you in Dubai. I'm in the
Oh
UK.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was sorry. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm. Yeah, go on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. So was there any like with all of obviously the things that you had going on
Mhm.
yourself, was there any kind of doubts um within yourself? And then what would you say was your biggest turning point from those doubts?
Yeah. So my doubts was I'm very corporate or was very corporate. So my job was you know, pushing big deals to clients in China to just do manufacturing facilities and like multi-million pound projects. So I was very, very regimented in the way that things had to be done. You know, everything had to be 100%, it had to be perfect. And when I started trying to do that for local businesses, selling the services, it just wasn't working.
Mm,
Like people weren't connecting with me. I was way too formal, proposals and PowerPoints. And like it was because it's what I knew.
mm,
Like this is just what I knew. And um, the turning point was just indoctrinated by Arno every single day on live calls, where it's just get it
mm.
done, get it out. You know, the
100%.
person that moved with speed will win, and I think that's the turning point. Is nothing has to be perfect. It's like,
Mm,
is it viable enough to just get the deal? It's like, yeah, just ship it, just go, 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 go,
mm,
and just being quicker with everything rather than 3 months for a presentation, wait 2 months for a reply. Now it's
mm. I
so
think speed is of the essence in the time that we're working in now, and it's like, you have to, if someone asks something, you have to be just kind of like super snappy with it, and
yeah,
get it, obviously get it done to a good quality level of good
yeah,
quality level kind of thing. I can't think of what I was trying to say then. But
yeah,
yeah, just to get it there,
and
and
that's enough.
yeah,
You know,
efficiency.
what we do is it's 99% better than 99% of the population. Like
Mm,
there is no competition. You've probably seen it where you are. There is no competition. No one tries. No one
yeah,
gives a fuck.
no,
Like when you realize that, it's just like, okay, I just have to wake up at 6, go gym, eat steak, work as hard as I can. I'm not going to make hundreds of thousands of pounds a year.
exactly.
It's as easy as that. Like it's yeah. So that was the turning point. It's just speed, just going at it, just attacking
I'm
every
just doing
single
it.
day.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. So, judging from where you've come from now,
Hmm.
oh, sorry, come from then and where you are now, if you was to, I mean, people ask this question, but what would you say is to go back and what would you tell yourself? What would you tell yourself, like, let's say 5, 6 years ago? What would you say to yourself? Ah,
Okay. It's
interesting question.
I think a lot of it was fear.
Mm,
Because it is safe. Like life is safe. We stay in the same house because we're safe. We keep the same car. It's safe. We do the same habits. It's safe. But
mm,
just just saying fuck it. Like just if you have the gut feeling that okay, I'm going to start this business and it's going to work. You just need to go all in.
mm,
Like it doesn't matter. You've got an overdraft. You can get a loan.
yeah.
You not your life isn't going to end if you miss a month of rent.
Mm,
But I was so afraid of just stepping out of
mm,
that I wouldn't drive to businesses. I wouldn't walk and speak to businesses. I wouldn't try new things because it's like, well, what if that doesn't work?
mm.
Um, whereas now I don't care. I've literally no fear, and
Good.
it's wonderful. It's really wonderful um, to
Is
have
that
no fear.
is that what you would think that is how you as a person has changed?
Yeah, like if you were to, God forbid, you saw a photo of me 5 years ago, I was a little
Mm,
weasel. Like I don't recognize myself. Um, I was like in controlled relationships um, with some horrendous women, like just buying them horses and whatever else. I was tiny. I was a size small. I'm now going into 2XL. I'm 25 kilos heavier. Um, I've married or will be marrying a Balkan woman because they're fucking ferocious and incredible. um, it's unrecognizable, and I really think it was fear that was holding me back, that was making
mm,
me this little
person.
weasel. Like
Yeah.
you see people in public, the little men who are like this,
Mm,
you kind of holding you. That was it. Like
yeah. Yeah.
it
Do you
was
know what? I fully understand what you're saying as well because me 5 years ago wouldn't be doing interviews like this. Me 5 years ago wouldn't have the mindset that I
hmm
do now, the confidence, the
yeah, yeah,
mindset, the drive, pretty much like everything. Like sometimes I want to go back. Like I got let go from the job that I was uh,
okay,
in the UK because I had an
okay,
because I had an opinion. It was just a normal opinion that a
yep,
normal man would have.
yeah, yeah,
And like I say to myself every single time, if and when I go back to well, if when I go back to the UK, I want to go back to that company and go up to the gentleman that I spoke to,
hmm
had to let me go, and shake his hand. Literally, just shake his hand. And it's not out of me trying to be cocky, cheeky,
yeah,
whatever, blah blah blah. It's actually a super appreciation because you gave me the kick up my ass that I actually needed to actually move to the levels I am now. So
to do it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
sometimes you need that extra little kick, and you take the negative, and you think, oh my god, I could have sat there and I could have just went into my cage and everything else. But I was like, no, do you know what? This is an opportunity. I was walking out of there smiling. I didn't know why I was walking out of there smiling, but I was walking out of there smiling, saying
yeah,
thank
yeah,
you
yeah,
very much. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't know at the time that I was gonna evolve into the person I am today. But
yeah.
I will say thank you very much. And do you know what I mean? And that is coming from my heart you gave me that kick up the arse to actually do what I wanted to do. And
To
now I
do
don't
that.
have to, like yourself, now you don't have to work for that person to earn, you're earning 150 grand, but you're earning the other guy at that office 500.
That's it. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like,
And they can let you go because you have an opinion. Like
yeah,
it's fragile. It's safe,
yeah,
but it's fragile at the same
yeah,
time. That's the weird thing about it.
yeah. I can say and do whatever I like. If you don't like it, I don't care because I am me. And that's just, you're
Yeah,
either going to like me or you're going to hate me. You know what I mean? I'm not a horrible person. I can be, but I'm not a horrible person. But I don't have to answer to anybody, and that is probably one of the main things. I have to answer to myself,
that's it. Yeah, yeah.
and that's the only person I have to answer to.
And accountability isn't what it's kind of put on a pedestal about. Like, oh, you got to be accountable. The business is on your shoulders. It's like, well, it's a habit. It's a routine.
Mm,
I don't care
100%.
waking up early and working because that's just what I do.
100%. 100%. So, what does a day in a life of you as a student look like? I know you said briefly you get up in the morning, go to the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Preface: it's nothing like I want it to be, and it's nothing like how I want it to be end of the month. But
mm,
it's for me, it's minimal time wasting. Like
yeah.
I will wake up at 6. My like fiance, she leaves the house for work because she still works. She leaves the house
Hmm.
at 7. I will have some food. It's usually some leftover chicken or some porridge, something like that, some honey. Go and work out, hour and a half. Come home. Um, if I'm working out, I'm either listening to Arno's podcasts. He's done like long form podcasts
Mm,
recently. Um, I will come home. My time between 10 and 4 p.m. is before the US wakes up. So I will do everything for the business that's like delivery side. So
mhm,
setting up accounts, setting up emails, doing automations, that kind of thing.
mhm.
Then at 4 o'clock, business bar in the US wakes his ass up, sunny California.
You get to
uh,
work.
Yeah, he gets to work. So he calls when he's driving to he has like a WeWork where he makes his calls in the morning. So we have it's just a wash down for an
Mm,
hour, high energy, high testosterone. Like, this is going to be the day, this is what's happening. Um, then I work from 5 till like 7. When the woman comes home, I've usually made like food. It's crap food, but it's food.
mhm,
Sit with her for an hour, um, plan out what we're trying to achieve, talk to the family, call parents, and then usually I lock in from like 9 till 3 in the morning,
mm.
just working because the US is awake.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's right.
and then it's like 3 hours sleep. My body's accustomed to it. It's all I need.
Mm.
Some
Yeah.
people need more, and it's just repeat. And I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. It's
it's
enjoyable. Yeah, yeah.
it's not glamorous. Like, it will become glamorous because we want to systematize, get away from it, step out, delegate, and then just repeat.
And then repeat.
That's the
Yeah, yeah.
plan. But right now it's cold face. It's it's
Exactly.
hard for
Yeah.
me
But
to.
the main thing, I suppose the main thing is you're enjoying it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that is the main thing, really. To be fair. So,
yeah. I get it.
what does your business look like in the next 6 months? Obviously, scaling up, and then obviously financially.
So scaling up, we're gonna try and keep overhead as small as possible. There's one man agencies everywhere making 100K a month. So
Mm,
we're gonna try and keep it at two overhead, two co-founders, and one VA, and
mhm.
just give them all the tools they need. Scale up wise, we did a projection Sunday. Was that yesterday? I lose track of time.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that because I do that all the time. What time is it? What day is it? What's the date today?
it,
I don't
uh,
know. Is it Monday? Is it Sunday? I don't know.
it blends. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long
No.
as I have meetings in the calendar, it's fine. So April is looking like 30,000, between 30 and 40,000, because
Awesome.
we've dialed in the offer, we've dialed in the close, and now it's just do not repeat as quick as possible.
Mm,
We're going to hit a cap at around about 200K, where we need to hire more people or speed up onboarding and things like that. So when that happens, we want to get out and we want to step into a new business.
mm,
So it's then thinking, okay, what's next?
mm,
So whether that's buying some blue collar businesses, maybe it's investments, maybe it's crypto, maybe it's e-commerce, something like that. But
mm.
I know that what I think now, when I only have like 6 grand in the bank, is going to be way different to,
Yeah,
having 30 grand. What can I do now?
yeah.
So it's a pretty aggressive scale as to what's going to happen next.
Mm,
Um, and that's to be able to sit here and say that it's emotional, like, because the numbers don't lie. We've dialed everything in. The offer's
yeah,
great. People buy it.
yeah.
We have the market research. People buy the thing. It's not a crap product. It's it's good shit. So yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, it's really fucking
Excellent,
exciting.
excellent,
If that
excellent.
answered
Tom,
the question.
sorry.
If that answered the question.
Yeah, no, no, that's absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Right. I'm gonna leave you because I could literally just carry on talking to you for another hour or
Right.
so, but I think we
It's
have
been
actually got
awesome.
someone else waiting for us.
Cool. Okay.
Um, but it's super great to talk to you. Super, really, really good to hear about your experiences and how you've
Likewise.
kind of elevated and like your mindset is locked in, is 100%
Likewise.
locked LinkedIn. So, do you know what I mean? I look
Yeah,
forward to hearing about that 100K, that 200K, and you just find another business and investments, crypto, whatever. Um,
that's it. Yeah.
it's
Next,
always it's always the way forward. Yeah.
next step to relate to the real world. The next step, personally, I'm always around my tags. Like I'm fully in on it.
Oh,
Um,
I haven't got mine on today because I just come from the gym. But yeah, I've always got mine.
um, for the personal life, it's just getting in the war room. Like I just want to become connected. That's the
Mm,
next big goal. So as soon as I have whatever it is a month, 7 grand a month, I don't know. Um, that's where I want to be. I want to surround myself with people like yourself and
yeah.
just keep going. Just keep playing the
It's super
game.
fantastic. Being in there, it's super fantastic. It's absolutely awesome. And literally, you only talk about business. You very rarely talk about like what happened on
Hmm.
the weekend because nobody's interested. What happened on the weekend? Everybody's just talking about elevating their business, what they can start, what they can do. So, yeah, it's and then obviously you got the physical challenge. You just put on a little bit of size. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We'll see. I'll
my,
see you in the war room. Do you know what I
my
mean? Get your
cardio
gloves.
stuff.
Get
I've
your
um I've
gloves.
joined I've joined ultra white collar boxing. I've got 8 week program coming up, so I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to that as well.
Awesome,
Um,
awesome, awesome. Listen,
anyway,
Thomas,
you gotta go,
yeah,
man.
I'm gonna let you go. But I look forward to meeting you in the war room.
Amazing. Yeah, I'll be there.
And I look forward to hearing obviously good things, obviously down the line that you're
Sweet.
gonna happen. And I wish you all the best. I know you're gonna get there.
Appreciate
I
it,
know
man.
you're
Appreciate that.
100% gonna get there. But yeah, thank you very much for coming on today. Thank you very much for talking to me, sharing your experience with me.
It's a pleasure. It's a
And
pleasure.
yeah, I'm sure we'll speak soon.
Speak, man. God bless. Bye for now.
Take care, Angie.